Welcome to Loadstone Tutorials, and this tutorial will be part 2 of the Loadstone settings tutorials. Now in this one we're going to show you how to control the various things that Loadstone says. So if you're thinking, hey, I don't like the way that certain points are displayed, or I'm getting really sick of seeing all those trees in my neighborhood and waste baskets and maybe other things that have no use for you, well, I'm going to tell you how you can filter all those out. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to filter out unwanted points. And to do that, I've already brought up my show neighborhood function and found some things that I really don't care to hear about. So let's see.
Tree, greengrocer,
so we have
Denny's Farm Market, 162
so we have a
meters
greengrocer right
Actions
there,
available.
and that's good to know about. But then after that we have
Tree, 164
Tree.
meters at 12 o'clock. Tree,
and yet another
164
tree,
meters at
and
12
then
post box,
Okay.
164
A post
meters
box
at 2
may or
o'clock.
may not be of use,
Actions
but
available.
somebody in this neighborhood has marked off an inordinate number of trees. And if you're in, let's say, Queen's Park, which is just down the way from us, you're in a park full of, well, trees. So if you're trying to navigate to a point, you're hearing tree. Not very useful.
Tree,
So
Tree,
let's go into the points
164 meters
detail
at 12
screen
o'clock.
and see if there's anything in here
Actions
that might
available.
help us out.
show details. Point details.
Now,
Neighborhood.
what we have,
Back button.
we'll go down
Point
to this
details.
points tags.
Primary information. Tags. Heading.
And what we can do.
Natural. Tree.
Natural, tree.
Actions available.
So there's, the tag is called natural and the value is tree. And when you see that, there's some options we have for this.
Add to filter.
Add to filter.
Output value.
We can have it output every time it sees, you could output even more information about trees if you really needed to.
Output tag and value.
Output tag and value, so it could say natural tree, and if that was of any use to you.
Activate.
But
Default. Add to filter.
Add to filter is what we want to select. And there, that has added it to the output filter. And what that will do is, if I go out of this screen,
Neighborhood. Navigate. Greengrocer.
No.
Denny's Farm Market.
there's the
162 meters
greengrocer
at
we
12
saw
o'clock.
earlier,
Post box.
and
164
there's the
meters at
post
2 o'clock.
box. So now I
Swipe
never
up or
have
down
to
to
worry
select
about
the custom
seeing
action, then
a
double tap to
natural
activate.
tree point again. They're now gone and they are in the output tags filter, which is to get back onto the track of the settings tutorial.
Settings.
Let's take
Tab.
that into here.
Forward. Coffee shop. Computer.
Nope.
Settings. Tab.
He's making
Selected.
like a tree and
Settings.
leaving.
Tab.
Ha
Forward.
ha, that was
Category
not
selection.
really funny.
Tags filter.
Okay.
Button.
Tags filter, and here is where you can control the tags that are in your output filter.
Selected. Tags filter. Settings. Back button. Tags filter.
So let's
Heading.
see what I have in here.
Natural. Tree.
See, there's the
Swipe up or
tag
down to
that I
select the
put in
custom
here,
action,
I just
then double
added.
tap to activate.
So the actions you have for these are
Delete.
delete, so I could re-enable the trees if I wish.
Activate. Default. Delete.
So there's really only the delete or, yeah.
Amenity. Bicycle parking.
And other tags
Swipe
that I've
up or down to
deleted
select
because
the
I don't
custom
need to know
action,
about
then
bicycle
double tap to
parking,
activate.
especially if I'm walking around.
Power. Pole.
And I don't need to know about
Swipe
the
up or
power
down to select
poles
the
in the
custom
neighborhood
action,
either,
then double
because
tap to
someone has
activate.
also marked off an inordinate number of those.
Navigation. Tab.
So
1 of
that's
4.
what you do in that particular section. And there are other output things as
Output tags.
well.
Button.
So those are
Settings. Settings. Head. Category selection.
Let me go up
Button.
here.
Tags filter. Category
now,
selection.
category
Button.
selection.
Selected. Category selection.
Now what this will
Settings.
do is
Back
output
button.
points of a given category. And by default, they're all selected.
Category selected. Address.
Address.
Selected. Agriculture. Selected. Amenity.
So for example,
Selected.
if we wanted
Selected.
to take out all
Address.
addresses, we could
Address.
unselect that, and then points with the address category would no longer be shown to you. But most people
Selected.
probably want to leave
Address.
most of that enabled. So that's what is in that particular section.
Settings.
And
Category selection.
there's categories.
Output tags. Button.
Output tags. Now this allows you to output more information with points.
Selected. Output tags. Settings.
Now you
Back
can,
button.
and in which order the tags are. So,
Output tags. Heading. Cuisine. Value.
okay, so
Double
I've
tap to change value.
in my
Actions
particular
available.
case, I've told the system to output the cuisine tag if a point has one. So if I come across from one of my previous tutorials, it was saying ice cream, fast food, Dairy Queen. The ice cream was the value of the cuisine tag. So it will, and if a lot of restaurants will have that tag set. So in my case, I want to have that output first, and then it will tell me the point type, and then it will tell me the point name. And I'll show you what other values I have.
Type. Value.
Type, value,
Double tap to change value. Actions about name. Value.
and the name.
Address. Off.
Okay, and the address
Double
is
tap to
off.
change navigation.
And you
Tag,
can add
address,
any tag
name,
to your
type,
outputs from the
cuisine,
point details.
Output tags. Cuisine.
But
Value.
you can also adjust the order
Double tap to change
of this.
value. Actions available.
So the actions, so let's say I wanted to move the cuisine tag down a level.
Delete.
I could delete that tag so it's no longer output with a point.
Move down.
Or I could move it down in this list. Or
Activate.
that's about
Default.
all I can
Move
do
down.
here. But
Type. Value.
now the type will
Double tap to
output
change
the
value.
points type.
Swipe up or down to select a custom
So
action.
that's where
then
it will
double
say
tap to
fast
activate.
food or shop or whatever the points type may be set to. And it's set to value right now, so it will say the value. But if it was set to, let's go through.
Type. Tag and value.
Tag and value, it would say type and then the actual value, and then
Type. Off.
off, there would be no information for that.
Type.
So I'm going to
value.
set it back to value. And the actions for this, since it's second in my list,
Move up.
I could move it up, so it would be announced first, and then,
Move down.
or I could move it down.
Activate. Default. Move up.
Yeah. Oh, so you can do that.
Name. Value.
And the same goes for
Double
the
tap to
points
change
name
value. Address. Off.
and the points address.
Double tap
In
to
my
change
case, I
value.
have the points
Swipe up or down
addresses
to select
turned
a custom
off
action.
because
Then double tap to
that can make.
activate.
If you have a lot of these tags enabled, it can sometimes make the information very long. So we'll go back.
Settings. Heading. Output tags.
So
Button.
output tags
Output categories.
and output
Button.
categories.
Selected.
These
Output
will
categories.
control
Settings.
whether or not
Back
the
button.
category of the point is spoken. And
Output category. Address.
by default, these are unselected. Loadstone starts off in a rather minimalist configuration, so it won't be inundating you with too much information about a point. But if you want to select, let's say you wanted to know,
Emergency.
let's say you wanted to know every time a point was an address, you could select.
Emergency.
Or,
Education.
Emergency, there's
Agriculture.
sirens
Address.
going off.
Output
yes,
category.
there is.
Address.
So you could select this,
Selected. Address.
and that way the word address would come out before every point. Let's say. So for example, if you wanted to have the word intersection come out before every street intersection, you would select intersections in this pane.
Address.
So I'll turn that back off for me.
Settings.
And
Output categories. Address format. Navigation. Address.
So-
Output category. Address
and the
format.
final tab
Button.
in here is address format. Now,
Selected.
what this
Address
does is
format.
for point
Settings.
addresses, in
Back
some
button.
countries, the addresses are in a different format. Like in Canada, we have house number, street, usually province, and then postal code, let's say. But other countries, you have the street first and then the house number. So this allows you to control all of that and what is displayed.
Address format. Heading.
So,
House name. Off.
I have
Double
the
tap
house
to
name
change
set to
value.
off.
Swipe
This
up or down to
can,
select. Flats. Off.
and
Double tap to change value.
so the values
House name.
for these
Off.
are,
House name. Value.
so it can say the value, which is just if there was a value set to that.
House name. Tag and value.
Tag and value, so it would say house name and then the value if it had one,
House name. Off.
or off. And I'll get
Flats.
to one that's
off.
on.
House number. Value.
House number, so I
Double tap
have,
to change
for
value.
a Canadian
Swipe up or down
address,
to
I
select
have
a
the
custom
house
action.
number
Then
being
double
set
tap to
first.
activate.
But what you can also do in this list is you have other actions.
up.
You can move that up in the list,
Move down.
or move it down.
Activate. Default.
So
Move down.
if you, let's say,
Conscription number. Off.
conscription number,
Street. Value.
so street is also
Double tap
set
to
to
change
value.
value.
So if you were in a
Swipe up or down to
country
select a custom
where,
action,
let's say,
then double
the
tap to
house number and
activate.
the street were reversed, you
Move up.
would move that up the list like this.
Conscript. Street.
So,
House number. Value. Flats. Off.
oh no,
House number. Street.
so
Value.
it's not to the point that you
Double
want it
tap
yet,
to
so you move
change-
it
move up.
up one more move.
House. Street. Value.
So-
Flats.
So
off.
now it's going
Street. Value.
street, value,
Double
and then
tap. House number.
and now
value.
the house number. So you can
Double tap
change
to
the
change
order
value.
that things are
Swipe up or down
arranged
to
within
select a
this
custom
list.
action. Move up.
So I'm going to put this back so I don't get confused.
House number. Street. Value. House number.
Okay,
Value.
that's fine.
Street. Conscription number. Off.
Conscription number, some
Double
places
tap to
use
change
these
the
apparently.
district. Off.
Sub-district, which the
Double
voice
tap to
can't
change
say
value.
properly.
Suburb. Off.
Suburb,
City. Off.
city.
Hamlet. Off. Place. Off.
See, these are all the different
Double tap
values
to
that
change
an
value.
address may
Swipe up.
contain.
Province. Off. State. Off. Country. Off. Postcode. Off. Full. Off.
The full
Double
address
tap to
would
change
contain
value.
some sort of a
Swipe up
text
or down to select a custom
representation
action,
of the
then
full
double tap to
address and is
activate.
hard to parse, so probably wouldn't be used very often.
Navigation. Tab.
Okay.
1 of 4.
So that's how you can adjust the address format in there if you live in a country where that needs to be adjusted or you just don't like the defaults. So that covers all of the various settings and output customizations that Loadstone has to offer.
It's one of the most customizable apps out there, we believe anyway.
Yes,
If
a lot
there
of
is
solutions don't let you
something-
customize these type of things.
Yeah.
So we believe in a lot of customization wherever possible.
But we do go by English standards, so
Yes.
we're sorry if you live in France where the
numbers are reversed.
numbers are reversed. You can change that. We won't.
Exactly. We won't hard code it to you. You can change
Désolé,
this.
mais c'est la vie.
What you said. See, I speak English only. She speaks French and Spanish and English and Trinidadian.
I try, man. Alright,
Okay.
so until the next tutorial, this is Sean Kirkpatrick and Christy Cassie signing off for Loadstone.
All right. Got it.
Cheers.